And folks, now we enter the most unreal endgame I've seen in a while. This pawn is white's shining piece of, like, gold. Maybe this pawn will join, but I don't know how that's gonna happen. But black has a permanent eye on a6, and at the same time, black is just avoiding checks. Black is happy with the draw, make no mistake. But the white king walks out, checks continue. All right, now look at the white king. The white king is constantly getting shielded by the pawns on the queen. He's safe, right? Mittens is just repeating moves and basically just, look, h4. I mean, just trying to make a little bit of progress. Blocking with the queen again, checks. Queen c5, not trading queens. We know that black does not want a queen trade. All right, rook h1. And when the engines got tired of their shuffling, right? I mean, it's white is just trying to look for progress. White played f4. I mean, white is always looking for progress. Look at this. What is happening here? Queen b1, queen h5. And then this was the moment I was like, oh, it's over, b4. Magnus bot just played b4. It found a way to push. And then not only does it find a way to push, it starts sacrificing all of its pawns. Magnus bot walks its king into the center and plays b5. I'm like, oh, the game is over. But look at the eval. It's zeros. I'm like, oh, this has to be the end of the game. I mean, it's going to find a way to safeguard its king. Magnus bot did it. It pushed its pawns. But no, I was wrong. I was naive. The king is forced to the back rank and desperately in need of defense. Check. King e3. Rook b3 looks like it wins a queen, but it doesn't. If black trades the queens, look at this. If black trades the queens, the pawn sneaks through. The pawn sneaks through. It doesn't quite promote, but it's good enough because it makes it really far, and it's going to be impossible to deal with the consequences of this. So queen g1, folks, the Magnus bot was paralyzed on the back rank. Look at this. How has white not made it here? Because white is a bot, and white just is able to thwart off all of the invasion. Queen d1. Look at this defending. Now, Stockfish with black here does find some very obscure ways of, like, putting the rook and putting the queen. It was a very back and forth battle, but both sides were unable to fully and convincingly break through. And ultimately what happens 100 moves into this game is that the black king now goes for a run. They don't want to repeat moves. They chuck all of their pawns, and what ends up happening after 100 moves of this game is that the f6 pawn falls, which means the endgame is rook versus bishop. They played this out for 50 more moves. This is a drawn endgame.